What is going on, guys? GregglesTV and Initial Focus. We do this every single week, every Thursday. So usually between 3-4 p.m. Eastern time, or what Pacific time, 3 to 4 p.m. Pacific. So if you're gonna watch this, just follow us on Twitter. I'm GregglesTV. He's Initial Focus LLC. So make sure you follow us on Twitter to know when we are going live. We do top news of tech every single week. So today, we're going to do a lot of stories. We're going to do some Note 7, Bose QC35, Initial Focus, video got stolen, Apple's creating a Snapchat competitor, and then 2 Uber stories. They've lost a lot of money, and then they're also going to start using flat rates in some cities. Let's start it off very excitingly with our Note 7 thoughts. You just did your review earlier this week, which is really good, and more people need to watch it. I will link it in the description down below if you guys want to watch it. What did you think?
I absolutely am in love with the hardware, especially I have the all black one. I almost called it space black,
Yeah.
but that's Apple. But the all black one, and I absolutely love this thing in terms of hardware. The iris scanner, it's cool.
Yeah.
The fingerprint sensor is a lot faster, that's for sure. But the overall feel in the hand, it's my first. Well, no, that's a lie. The S7 was my first. It's nice to have a waterproof phone again back in my hands. And overall, it's really good. The battery life's incredible. I ran Geekbench battery tests, and this thing has 8.5 hours. Compared to the OnePlus 3 and the iPhone, we're at 4.5. But the deal breaker for me, honestly, is TouchWiz. I'm not a fan.
I don't even mind TouchWiz. What I don't like is I haven't done my review yet, but this phone lags or it like
An exclusive.
stutters and it's just annoying going from the OnePlus 3 where it's just butter smooth like almost at every iteration. And then to go into this, and then sometimes, like, I don't know if it's Snapchat or social media, but sometimes apps just like friggin', not even apps, my whole phone will just lag or like take like an extra 2 seconds to open up the phone app or open up my texting app. It annoys me to no end. It's like, I'm actually thinking about selling this so that I can get the international version, which has no bloatware on it. And it has the Exynos processor rather than the Snapdragon 820. And I shouldn't have to do that just to get
and that's
buttery smooth
it's
phone.
crazy to me. And that's why I was talking to my iPhone friend today, but he's open, so he's whatever, he's smart. But anyway, he says, Google itself, stock Android is a great product, but by the time it trickles down to the consumer hands, it's sometimes, not always obviously, but sometimes it just kind of kills it. And I haven't seen a terrible amount of lag, if I'm being honest, but the biggest thing to me, and I talk about this a lot in my reviews, ever since I got the OnePlus 3, I compare every phone to it. And people can be annoyed by that or not, whatever. But the thing is, OnePlus 3 is a $400 unlocked phone. I paid $900 for this unlocked Note 7. And while I love the feel of it and the hardware, $500 extra, I'll stick to my OnePlus 3. This will not be my daily driver.
I want to make it my daily driver because it can do so much. Like I love it, which the OnePlus 3 can too, but I love it. Like the software doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. I think it's actually kind of nice looking, especially since past iterations. It doesn't bother me. It's just some of the lagginess, some of the slowdown versus the OnePlus 3 and the Nexus.
I will say this is probably the best overall camera I've ever used in a smartphone. And that hurts me to say because I always pride iPhones in terms of image processing. The only thing that I didn't like about the Note 7 is very subjective to me. I'm not a fan of denoising. So the other night, Michelle and I went out to a nice dinner. So we were in a low lit restaurant and we took a selfie together, and it was very denoised. And I'm not a fan of that. But it was still relatively preserved the details and sharp, and it made good lighting. And then in perfect lighting conditions outdoors, amazing dynamic range, very sharp images, great saturation, a fantastic everything. Captain on my channel. Just so you guys know, when you comment on my channel, Greg can't see them since he's live
No, I can see
broadcasting.
it. I'm commenting right now.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
you can
cool.
talk to us. So they're saying we got a couple things here. So maybe the reason still views this. Captain is saying the Note 7 lags. Damn, yeah, dude. He's saying his doesn't lag. I almost want to delete Facebook and Twitter. I think it's more. I'm not Twitter. Sorry, Snapchat. I could swear. I bet you it's Snapchat that's causing all this. I'm gonna test it later today. I'm gonna delete Snapchat.
Yeah, because I don't have Snapchat
Yeah,
on mine.
see, I'm gonna delete it right now. Well, I'll delete it later.
I'm on that Instagram story.
Insta chat. No, I love it. Snapchat's cool because it's just, I don't know. Right now it's cool. Hopefully in 6 months I won't like it. But anyways, that's why I think it lags. I could be wrong, and I ultimately want to try the international version. And reason is I have the Galaxy Tab S2 that has no carrier bloatware on it because it's a Wi-Fi version, and it also runs the Exynos processor, an old Exynos processor, the one from like last year, and it's smooth, dude. I've never had any problems with it. How is that possible? And it has less RAM than this phone. How is that freaking possible? I don't have Snapchat on there. I don't think, and also it doesn't have any bloatware. So maybe it's the bloatware on this. I don't know what it is, but and I've disabled it. I don't know. It's not always laggy. Sometimes it's like,
what carrier do you have yours on?
AT&T. And sometimes it's not always laggy. Don't get me wrong, but when it is, it's like, dude.
And I think that's why we're being so harsh on the phone. Because don't get me wrong, guys. If you ordered the phone, if you have it, it is a great, great phone. The reason that we may seem like we're bashing it so much, at least in my opinion, is, to me, in my eyes, the Note series, like the Galaxy series, is Samsung's like flagship, but the Note is supposed to be like the king, the big badass, like everything all in. Yeah. And so I guess that I'm slightly disappointed that it doesn't have, and like you said, the international version's better, but the US version only has 3 gigs of RAM and the Snapdragon 820, which is just the same as in the S7. Yeah. So it's really, you're getting the S Pen, a lot better feel in the hand. Well, the S7's a great feel in the hand, so a slightly better feel in the hand because bigger screen and an iris scanner. And I don't think I'm missing too much from that.
It's just, I really love this. I actually love this phone. I love it. It has everything I want. It has some of the built-in carrier stuff I actually like. It has built-in video chat if you with AT&T people. It has really fast Wi-Fi and LTE. You can multitask on it really easily with running 2 windows at once. The pen works amazing. Like you show that pen to somebody, they're like, "What the? That's crazy!" It's like feels like I'm really writing on a piece of paper.
Yeah, the pen is fantastic. Shout out to Paul Tech. What up? A fellow content creator.
Yeah, Paul, I don't think it is TouchWiz. I really don't, because like I said, I have TouchWiz on my Tab S2 and it does not lag at all. I think it's the carrier bloatware. I think it's
taking too many Snapchat selfies, man.
I think it's something like that. I think it's that the phone's so small and the Snapdragon the phone gets hot actually pretty easily. I'm not even just texting. Like if you keep your screen on long enough, like I can already feel. I'm not even playing games. And my phone's just a little bit warm. I can feel it. I don't know. It's definitely a great phone. You're right. It's tough to find things to complain about it when it has everything and it looks awesome. It's the best looking Android phone that you can buy. Beautiful. It doesn't have the crappy edges like the S7 Edge. We just sold my wife's S7 Edge the other day, and I had it naked in my hand, and that thing feels like shite, dude. This feels awesome when I take this friggin' case off. Someone create a GIF of me making that face. It just feels so good, dude. It's so good. Yeah, it feels flat almost.
Yeah, it definitely, even though it is rounded corners, for me, I don't know. There's a little bit of straight edge on the side, which I love, squared off edges, which is probably why I, oh, Greg, can you talk for a sec?
What's up?
Your audio just cut out. Oh no.
My audio?
Yeah, some Paul just
Really?
messaged saying lost audio, and OBS shows your audio off.
And stuff.
Let me
But then I
check one thing
myself.
real quick, guys. I can hear you too over Skype,
What's
but
up, Cloudbuster? Have
hold
I
on.
played a Bose
All right, you should be back.
on Google?
Can you guys hear Greg now? I believe he's back.
I can hear myself. You have to wait like 20
Well, that's
seconds.
good. Yeah, we have to wait 20 seconds before I get a
Come on,
response.
someone answer me. Someone answer me. All right.
Yep. All right. So, you're back.
It's an awesome phone. Get the freaking phone. It's amazing. I think he would say the same thing too. If you're going from,
Yep.
and especially going from Apple to a Samsung phone, they're very similar hardware wise. All the buttons are basically in the same spots, right? Is the volume buttons on?
Yeah.
So all the buttons are in the same spot. Headphone jack, which what the iPhone did have, is on the same spot more or less. Maybe a little bit more in the middle for the Samsung.
The only thing is, did you see? I know this isn't one of our stories, but I did just watch a video, and I forget the channel name. But this guy runs. He basically like made up a benchmark. He has like 10 apps, and each one affects a phone differently. So one is like web based, one's very heavy on the GPU, one's CPU, but he basically, excuse me, does 2 laps where he opens, waits for the app to load, closes it, goes to the next one. And the iPhone 6S, he did against the Note 7. It lapped the Note 7, the 6S. And it's the first phone he's tested that's gone its full life cycle since it's been out a year, and the new 7 or whatever is about to come out in a couple weeks. It's the first phone that's gone a full year not being beat, which is pretty cool.
OnePlus didn't beat it?
Nope. OnePlus 3 didn't beat it. He specifically said that one. The S7
But you got to
didn't
remember
beat it.
too. Okay, so an iPhone. I know iPhones are very optimized, but there's iPhones have lower resolution screens. Unless which iPhone did he use?
Yeah, that's
Did he use the 6 or the
that's
6
the
Plus?
The 6S.
Dude, that's a 720
not-
screen versus a 2K screen. First off, right off the bat, think of all the like. I know it's still probably going to beat it regardless, but just think about it.
It's.
I know it
it's
has less
definitely
RAM too. I think
screen
the
and optimize.
6S only has what 2 gigs or 3 gigs of RAM. I forget.
Two, and it's a dual core.
Yeah, but I don't think that makes a big deal though. I don't octa-core versus the Exynos. I bet you would perform better. Exynos beats
Probably.
the Exynos beats the Snapdragon in those tests all the time.
I would very much like to see a Note 7 US and a Note 7 international phone being compared, which I'm sure someone
I want to do that. That's why I want to buy it, but I don't want to spend $800 because then I'm like scared. I'm like shit because it doesn't come with a warranty, dude. No warranty.
Oh, that's true.
I'm like, damn, what if it just breaks? And then I called my credit card. I'm like, if I buy this, am I covered? And they're like, no, because it's international.
No.
I'm like, dude. The other thing someone said, and MKBHD said it, and you said it before we started, and I totally think it too. If they made the Note 7 with plain Google, they used to do that, dude. I think it was like the S4. It came out with a Google Play edition.
Isam mentioned that.
If they did this and it had some of the features of the pen, this would be the best phone to get, no matter what. Like it would be fast, it would be crazy awesome.
Especially with nougat or whatever.
It would just be like a freaking crazy phone. You'd have to get it.
If I were to, and MKBHD said this too. He basically wants stock Android, but with like the S Pen features and a couple other features. Because one small feature, maybe to wrap the Note 7 up, because we spent 20 minutes on it. We can say one, since we've been kind of bashing it a little bit. Let's say one like totally obvious thing we liked about the phone. And while you think, honestly, this is super small, but I really liked it. And I don't know if it's on. I mean, obviously, it's on Samsung phones. But let me just make sure I'm not crazy.
That's a tough question. Like, not obvious?
So I really like... Oh, it's never going to show this screen properly. I really like when you pull down from the top for a notification screen, you have your quick settings at the top. But then if you pull down more, you get a ton of more quick settings. So like brightness, always on display, search, stuff like that. So if anyone's watching going, well, duh, keep in mind this is my second Samsung device. So
No, they changed, dude. They keep changing it. Like before, you used to be able to put your finger on one of these quick toggles, and it would go
yeah,
into the settings for it. But for some reason, they removed it. I don't know why they did it. It was such a nice little shortcut. Like,
probably bogged down
yeah,
the
now
phone
you have
even
to
more.
press the downward thing and go into it. I don't know what I would say about. That's tough, man. I don't know what I would say about that people wouldn't think about this phone. I like the way it feels in my hand. I don't know if that's something.
It works. It's seriously like if you guys have not picked up this phone, as soon as I walked in Best Buy and picked it up, I'm like, ooh, it makes my nerdy happy.
I know a lot of people bash the software.
That
I
sounded
actually
pretty.
like the software. I don't mind TouchWiz. I don't. I used to not like it, but I actually like it. It's not.
TouchWiz works well. It's a completely subjective. I just don't like rounded corners, and I think it looks
Oh,
cartoonish. That is my only. It's stable, pretty much. It's pretty speedy, I
you know
guess.
one thing I don't like about it. Before you enter that quick C Type C charge, because I know you're probably getting excited about that. I hate how when you get a notification, you can't double tap it to get into it.
Yes, I hate
I
that.
hate that, dude,
hate it.
because you can
Hate
do
it.
that. My dogs are barking, guys. Sorry.
It's your dog
I
now. My
know,
dog's
because
being
someone
good.
just got here as well. Let me yell at them.
That's all right. I'll answer while he's doing that. Paul takes how's Type C quick charge on it. It's quick charge. It's not dash charge on the
it's not
OnePlus
as
3.
fast.
Dash charge is so fast, so fast. But it's better than nothing. And I'll say something about quick charge, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I haven't had many quick charge devices. Quick charge doesn't seem any faster to me than when I use an iPad charger, so I believe it's a 2.1 amp on my iPhone. They charge
I don't know all about that because I've never used an iPod charger with my note phones or my.
because Qualcomm's quick charge or whatever, it doesn't, and maybe
It
it's because
charges
I'm
your phone in 90 minutes fully.
okay. I guess that's fast. I guess I'm
Because
just
if you
used to dash
use,
charging.
I used like when I was getting my wife's phone ready, and I plugged it into a regular charger. It took 3 hours.
Yeah, I guess I remember when phones used to take
Now it's
that
an hour
long.
and a half, 90 minutes.
Okay, quick charge is good, I guess.
But yeah, like I was saying earlier,
Answer your
you
question.
can't double tap notifications to get into them. I don't know why they don't have that. It seems dumb to me because regular regular Android has it, but this one doesn't. Do you guys have any other questions before we go to our next story about the Samsung
This
phone?
is your last chance for the Note 7. No, I'm kidding. But we will move on after this.
Until next week.
Yeah. I probably won't have it for next week.
That's all right.
So-
I'll give you my AT&T variant, and you can have my.
There you go.
I'll keep the international version.
No, dude, I'll take that that extra Xbox One S.
I know. I have it right here, dude. I haven't even plugged it in yet.
Dude, that's how my desk has. While we're waiting for any last minute questions, my desk is literally covered with. This is the first week, and it's super exciting. But this is the first week. Next week and this weekend is probably going to be pretty video filled because I'll tell you what, guys, like my desk is just filled with stuff to review. This is the first week where like I don't know if I have enough time for all these videos, but we'll talk about that a little bit more at the end, I guess. So it looks like there's no more questions on the Note 7. If you guys have them, sprinkle them in throughout, and we'll get it. So what do you want to talk about next?
I want to talk about let's see. Let's talk about let's do really quickly the Bose QC35 headphones. I just reviewed them on my channel. And
Cool.
Have you ever had Bose headphones?
Yes, that was going to be my only 2 cents, and I believe because are these the on ear or are they fully over?
I will never buy on air. I hate those.
Okay, me too. So I had the predecessor to these ones, and I absolutely loved them.
QC25?
And I actually, Yeah, I can't remember them on. It's literally the ones right before these.
Should be
It's
the
the over the ear,
QC25s.
the wireless
No, they're not
ones.
wireless.
Well, I have the. Unfortunately, I had to gift them away, but now I have the. I guess these are the QC25s, and they're the wired
Yeah.
ones with the noise
Uh-huh.
cancellation. The ones I had right before were over the ear. They were fully wireless, but they were not noise cancellating.
That's the thing is like
They
these are the
may
most
have been.
comfortable headphones I've ever had. Like I could wear these forever and I could sleep in these things and they wouldn't hurt my ears. They're really comfortable, but and they they're easy to set up because you can download this app. You don't even have to go through your Bluetooth all that crap. You can set them up with NFC or just use the app and connect them. It's really easy to set up. They have great support. They just the bass
I love
isn't
both.
the bass isn't bad. It's just kind of crap. It's not as good as another pair I have. Oh, these ones. These ones, the bass on these are like crazy, so good. The V Motives, but they're not as comfortable as the Bose ones. But it's just interesting because you have a lot of headphones in the $300 range that compete for that market, and Beats usually get some of the worst reviews, but everyone seems to still buy them or want them or think they're the best because of marketing.
Yeah, and I will say Beats got ever since Apple bought them out, not to be the Apple fanboy here, but they definitely put a little bit more care. I still would never buy Beats
Yeah.
again. I had the Solo 2 when I was in high school because, like any other high schooler, I was like, oh, I need Beats. So it was like a birthday present or something. But I got rid of those, and I'm a Bose guy. Like, I'm not an file or
Yeah.
whatever. So I mean, I know what sounds good, but there's only a point where I care / can hear the difference.
I don't know if exactly. If I didn't have those V motives for the bass, for knowing what they sound like, I probably wouldn't even notice that the bass is not nearly as good as they are the Bose ones versus the V motives. I probably wouldn't think that the V motives were that much better in the bass department, but yeah, they're really good headphones. If you bought them, you'd be like, "Well, these are awesome," and they're so comfortable.
Now,
That's the best part is how comfortable they are.
now my question, I don't travel that much. Does it come with this adapter?
Yeah, I don't.
This is
I
in the
saw that. And I
case.
was like, "Ooh, it's for plant
Like I know
airplanes."
the one aux goes in there has an airplane, so I'm guessing
I've
if
never
you
seen that
want
on
to be like
airplanes.
neighbor, you can't listen to my movie. Screw you.
I've never even
Like,
seen that on an airplane because airplanes now they just have the auxiliary
yeah.
port. You just plug it in.
Maybe they used to have like a left and right
Oh,
option. I
maybe. I
don't
don't
know,
friggin'
but
know.
who knows? But yeah, that's cool. So that's a video you're coming out
Well,
with,
it's already
right?
out. I just released it today.
Or
Yeah, so
out?
you can
Sorry,
watch
yeah,
it today.
that
I'll
works.
link it in the description down below, just like he did his
Brand
Note
new from
7
Greggles.
review. That'll be linked down below. But let's push it on to the next story. This one's super interesting. Tell me a little bit more about someone stole your video content.
You're building this up so much more. Yeah, so my video made $1 million and someone stole it. No, I'm kidding. So I'm gonna give a huge shout out to Assam, and I hope I'm saying your username right. Assam trademark, yeah. One, you're a super fan of this podcast. I feel like you've been here a lot, which we appreciate.
He's been here more than
But
us.
yeah, I wake up this morning and I am mentioned in a tweet that I have Twitter open right here. Let's see if it works. Yeah, so Assam tweets me and says, "Hey, at Initial Focus LLC, this dude re-uploaded your video," and I click on it, and it's my 1+3 review, which on my channel got like 30,000 views. And so I was pretty happy with that. And then this guy's got like 1,000 views. And I'll tell you guys what I told Greg and a couple other people. The first couple seconds, I was actually happy because I was like, hey, my stuff's worth stealing. Like that's kind of cool, I guess. And then real quickly, I commented and I said, not a terrible thing, but I was obviously upset at the person because here's the thing. Like I'm pretty familiar with YouTube copyright laws. Any YouTuber should be. I don't, I'm not like a lawyer, so I don't know the total ins and outs. But if someone took my video and they inputted it into their video and they gave me credit and stuff like that, and they only used a short piece of it. I don't mind that at all. Hell, I've done that. I think everyone's done that. That's called Creative Commons. But this person blatantly, even my intro, like even the intro says initial focus. But what's funny is they added a little jingle to like the front of it, so it's like slightly off. And maybe that was just enough to like not trip an automatic copyright. I don't know. But I basically like I started to get a little upset when I saw a bunch of comments on the video saying like, "Wow, this is a great video, like really good camera work. You just earned a subscriber. And this guy has 99 subscribers." And so like it's just like, come on, man. Like that's not cool. So I replied to every person who commented on his or her video. I guess I should stop saying his because I don't know if it's a he, but I commented on every reply on the video and basically was like, "This is stolen, this is mine, but I'm glad you liked it."
Come to my channel now. That's crazy. Well, you've made it now, so you're up there, dude. You don't need to do anything more. Just quit.
Just quit while I'm ahead. But yeah, it's so thank you very much, Assam, for mentioning that, and he even started commenting. He started taking over. I went back to the video tonight before we went live, and there were a couple more comments like, "Hey, great video," and Assam jumped in there before I could and was like, "This isn't his." So I really I appreciate that greatly. Thanks for being my little views spy. Does it have? He has about 1,100
on that video.
Yeah. Oh my God. And what's crazy is he re-uploaded it. Actually, that's true. I didn't even check. He re-uploaded it like July 20th, I think. And I can't even remember when I uploaded. He did it before you? No. He uploaded it June 23rd. Hold on. You can keep talking if you want, but I'm going to see how because if it was like a day later, I haven't noticed since. I mean, I don't really go searching. I didn't think people were gonna steal
if I'll let you search for that, but just to let you guys know, this happens all the time. I don't think it's ever happened to me, probably because no one cares about me. But
who knows? Yeah, it may have happened.
But it happens to the big guys a lot. You'll see like the guys that have millions of subscribers. A lot of people will just take one of their videos and post it and maybe change a little bit of the title, and they end up getting a ton of views or hundreds or thousands of views on it,
and even making money off of it. That's the. I uploaded it June 19th, and they re-uploaded it June 23rd.
Damn, 4 days later, dude.
But yeah, so can I insert a story that I forgot about, but actually ties perfectly with what you just said? Unbox Therapy, Lou, has been getting a ton of flack because a couple months ago he uploaded a video of a truck bed filled with iPhones. And he was like, "I'm going to give these all away." Again? So I don't know if you ever saw the video from Unbox Therapy. It basically was like a minute long. And he's like, "Well, I got a couple iPhones to give away." And he opens a truck bed, and it's seriously like 500 iPhones. Yeah. Somebody guesstimated it's like $700,000 worth of iPhones. And he's like, "I'm going to give these all away." He ended up giving like 9 away, and then like the video he deleted the video off the channel, and it seemed sketchy, but I obviously didn't say anything. I was like, I mean, he's a legitimate guy. Like there has to be a reason. But people started going like ape shit on him because they're like, where are the phones at, man? Like blah, blah, blah. And just 2 days ago, he came out with an update video that if you haven't seen it and you were skeptical, you should go watch it. But it's basically saying sorry, I lost my train of thought. The 9 phone he gave away, like since he doesn't normally, giveaways are like to 1 or 2 people. And so this was a whole new scale of giveaway. So when he was contacting winners, like it would take months. He said one guy took like months to try to get this guy a phone. He ended up buying a new phone off Amazon and just sending it because it wasn't worth sending halfway across the world, one he had in his studio. And so he basically wanted to get crazy. Yes, Sam. He also mentioned that there were a ton of scammers. Like people were contacting other people saying, "Hey, I'm Lou from Unbox Therapy. You just won. Congratulations. What's your email address, phone number, credit card info, all this stuff." And so basically, what he's doing now, he's relaunching it. Also with Galaxy S7s, he has a couple hundred of those
Where's
now.
he
I don't
getting all
know.
these?
I don't know, but
Why would they want to give away phones? Like they don't. You don't. These phone companies don't make money when you give a phone away.
right. But anyway, he's partnered with D Brand since D Brand obviously they ship phone cases and or not cases. Why am I blanking right now? They ship phone skins. So he's basically partnered with them to where whole announce winners, and then there will be a whole verification and shipping process through D Brand. So he's relaunching it. He's giving away hundreds of phones, both iPhone and Galaxy S7s. So he wasn't scamming anyone. He just wanted to kind of. I think he admitted in the video himself he basically bit off more than he could chew, and just wanted to relaunch with a more stable kind of platform. So
That's interesting.
Yeah. So that's my little rant on that.
Cool. Well, we'll work our way up to one phone. I think you already gave. Did you give a phone away before?
No, I did a giveaway for the OnePlus One,
Okay.
but I didn't get it.
Oh, okay.
It was to reach 1,000 subscribers by January,
okay.
and it took till June. So
That's okay. Let's change it up a little bit. Uber, which if you have not used or you don't know what it is, Uber is a service. It's an app you use on your phone. You tell them where you are, and then some random person who works for Uber comes and picks you up. And you pay a set amount of, it'll usually guesstimate what the cost is anywhere. It depends how far you're going and the traffic and what time, if there's all kinds of BS with it. But ultimately, it's an awesome service. It's an awesome idea. It's really cool. They've lost, just this year alone, we're not even done with the year. They've lost $1.2 billion just in this year alone. Dude, how does... These startups are crazy.
it's true. And I'll actually speak to this because, I drive for Uber part-time. Dun, dun, dun.
So if you want a celebrity to drive you around, he's right here.
Whatever. I mean, it's definitely no secret that it takes a lot more subscribers and views than I get to make full-time money on that. So had to do something. And Uber is nice for, you choose your own hours, but there's definitely a lot of setbacks to it. But yeah, losing $1 billion, that's crazy. And I've never seen a company, and like you said, it's a startup. I've never seen a company switch things so much. It's insane. And the crazy thing about being a driver for them is drivers are not employees of Uber. That's why there are no benefits. There are no this, that, and the other. I'll tell you right now, it's an 80-20 split. That's how drivers are paid. It's the most simplistic contract you can get. You are an independent contractor to Uber. So not having to be an employee, when they change rates, when they do all these new testings, which the second story you'll talk about in a couple minutes is more on that, they don't tell us anything. Like in the driver app, we get a couple updates here and there, but when it comes to changing rates, especially if they go down, you don't see it at all. It's really amusing watching you mute your microphone.
I know, my wife just came home.
I was
She's like,
mesmerized.
Shaka! And then my dog's barking.
All I hear is like, yep, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, they even, if you read the article too, like they're willing to lose even more money so that they can maintain their lead in the U.S. so that Lyft doesn't take over their spot.
Yeah, in Columbus, they just started. Oh my God!
What's wrong?
My comment section.
What do you mean?
Proof that aliens exist. Okay.
What?
Yeah. So they just started
Oh, is this
Uber
like,
Eats.
is that scam or is he like trying to be funny?
I think we got our first spam. That's awesome. Um. All right. Go. I'll give you a shout out. Go check
No,
out.
don't give
I,
us.
whatever. Um. And so they
I'm gonna
just launched
flag you.
Uber Eats, which I don't know. I haven't. It hasn't really taken off. They launched Uber Eats, which is basically. I guess I can't use specific restaurant names since you and a lot of people watching may not know it. But
Yeah.
anyway, if restaurants nearby don't normally deliver
Oh yeah,
food,
yeah. Uber
Uber, they
Eats.
can yeah, they can partner with Uber, and then we, the drivers, instead of just driving people, can also get requests
Do
to
you
pick up food
have
from
you
a
have you done
restaurant.
that yet?
I mean, I've watched the training video on it and stuff, so I know
How much
how it
money would you
works.
make from it? So, yeah,
It's pretty much the
but
same
it's
as a drive. So in Columbus, the the fare rate is about $1, unless they've changed it in the past couple weeks. Is 18 cents a minute and $1.10 a mile, which kind of
yeah,
sucks to be honest. Great for the rider. It's cheaper than a taxi
yeah.
for a rider. But drivers, not so much. Now they did just up the minimum fare to like 5.45 in Columbus, which is nice. But so for Uber Eats, it'd pretty much be however long it takes you for the drive from picking it up to delivering it. So you'd probably make a little bit more than I would on a normal passenger ride, since I have to go to a restaurant, pick it up, and then drive it to someone. But it's very Uber Eats is very select cities right now. It literally just came
Yeah,
here
we
last week.
got it. We have it here in San Diego, but I don't have
Yeah,
it like where I live because I don't live right in San Diego. But it's in San Diego. It's there. We also have Postmates, which is only food. You can actually use Postmates to order whatever you want, any food from any
yeah.
restaurant. You can also have them
That's
pick you up groceries. It's pretty crazy.
it's like Instacart, which I believe you guys also
I don't know
have.
what that
I
is. I've
mean,
never heard of
you have everything
it. I
because
know.
you're freaking California.
Well, San Diego doesn't
Start
usually get everything because we're not small. It's 3 million people in the city, but versus Los Angeles and San Francisco, we're not as big. So those
the
two cities
valley.
tend to
Yeah.
get everything before we do. Speaking of Uber, though, they are now coming out with unlimited rides, unlimited packages, basically, where you buy a package of 20 trips for $20 or 40 trips for $30 and a flat fare of $2 for an Uber pool ride, where you can share a car with others for an Uber X or a private car at $7. That's a pretty good deal, dude. I don't know how. Does it say how far it brings you though? It doesn't. I don't see it.
Yeah, I feel like there has to be. And as the rider, I agree with you that that sounds like a cool thing. I'll be very curious to see. They all I know is they better pay the drivers normally, like per mile, because
You don't want to make 80
or
cents on a 5 mile ride?
and that's why they have the minimums and stuff. But it's gone pretty crazy with the fares. No wonder like they're losing money, and because here's the thing is Lyft, and I'm trying to think of a couple other ride sharing. They actually at some points I've seen them stop taking on new drivers. It's just like hiring an
Yeah.
employee, right? A company doesn't hire everyone that wants a job there. Like at some point they have to be like, okay, we have enough employees. We need to start like making
Yeah.
money. And Uber is completely oversaturated. In the 5 months that I've been doing it, when I started, which obviously Uber's been out for years now, so I've started late in the game. But even just 5 months ago, it was less saturated than it is now. I can sit downtown, and it can be 30
Wow.
minutes, it can be an hour before I get a
Yeah, but how
ride.
many people are in Columbus?
Columbus is like the seventh largest
In the
city.
United States? Come on, dude. Don't be
Hold
crazy on
on,
me. Columbus
hold
probably has
on.
like
Columbus?
300,000 people, I bet.
Nope.
Oh my God. I wish you saw how I spelt Columbus. I mean, just like what I was typing.
And da, 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 da.
Where the hell's the population? 2 million?
Yeah, 2.4
Wow.
million. Suck it.
Why has that many people? Or that, I mean, not, I know it's not all in Columbus, but like that county or whatever, or like the surrounding cities.
It's the 15th
Wow, that's
largest city. Sorry,
crazy.
but that's
It's not
pretty
even,
good.
Cleveland's bigger than it. Wow, that's crazy. Well, I was not
But
expecting that.
yeah, so it gets pretty saturated, and I've done drives where I've spent 30 minutes in the car, maybe not gone 30 minutes because you get a lot, again, only 18 cents per minute. So someone could take a long time in the car. I've had rides where people are like, hey, stop at UDF, and then they run inside, but I make 40 cents off waiting 2 minutes. And so I've had 30-minute drives where I've made $9.
Wow.
And it's like, ugh. And they don't, you don't get reimbursed for
How
gas.
often do
And
people tip you?
so Lyft, a lot of people like to drive with Lyft because, like a taxi, you get charged for waiting. So like if I arrive at your house and I'm picking you up with Lyft, as soon as I arrive at your house, the meter
Oh, really? I
starts.
didn't know that.
Uber, you have to be in the car. So I've been gypped where I've waited 10,
Oh.
15 minutes for people because they frown upon canceling on riders. Um, and I get tipped maybe once every like 50
Oh, that's
rides
it?
because they don't have, and I don't blame the riders. I really don't, because I never carry cash. And the whole point is to be cashless
Yeah.
transactions. Lyft has a in-app tipping
I
option where
thought
you
Uber
can
did
tip.
too. Does it not?
No. Except I have to tell you this super fast story where this guy was super drunk in my back seat. I dropped him off at borderline a mansion, so I didn't feel bad about this. He comes to the front window, knocks on it. I roll down my window, kind of scared, and he hands me $100 bill,
For what? Driving him?
just a tip. It was like a $5 ride. And I'm like, you're going to regret this in the morning. He was like, no, man, you the best. We're brothers. I was like, in my head, I'm like, I'm dropping you off at a mansion. You are financially stable. Fine. Thank you. I went home right after that. I'm like, I'm done. I'm good for
That's
the
a good
night.
story. You should start the Chronicles of Uber with Initial
Yeah.
Focus.
Hey, people do that. I mean, Jimmy Kimmel's
Yeah.
done Uber driving today, and
When I come out to visit
so
you, if I ever do, well, you can. I'll go on a ride with you and vlog it.
there we go. Yeah, I mean, some guy in a Batman suit and a Lamborghini did it
That's cool.
on YouTube.
You could drive anywhere, right? Like if you came out here, you could just turn the app on and start driving.
Yep. As long as Uber is accepted in that area.
That's funny. That's cool. Do you guys have
Yeah.
any other questions before we wrap this thing up? If you do,
Put a
let us know.
well,
Make sure you follow both of us on YouTube, GregglesTV, Initial Focus. Very easy to find us. Follow us on Twitter as well, Initial Focus LLC and GregglesTV. That's pretty much it. Do you have anything else? What do you got coming up this week?
as I was saying, the big stuff that I'm coming out with is probably my favorite thing I'm looking for is the HP Spectra video.
Ooh, okay.
So I have that coming out. If you saw my latest Connects accessory video, you can see the laptop in there. So it's my first Windows laptop in probably 10 years. I play with Windows 10 on my Mac Pro all the time,
Yeah.
but it's my first full Windows
I
machine in
love
a
it,
while.
man. I love Windows 10. I have no complaints for it. It's smooth. It's easy to search for stuff, and I don't know. I like it. I have no complaints with it.
Yeah. How about you?
I don't even know. I have more cases I have to
Any
review.
more Note 7
I do,
cases?
dude. I have more. I have to do my Note 7 review. I'm kind of holding off on it now because I'm like, do I want to grab the Exynos and then sell this one? So I don't really know what I'm going to do. I have
to do.
Other than that, I don't really have much going on in terms of. I mean, I'll definitely do some videos, but stuff I can actually think about what I have planned out. Not really anything that I can think of.
You should, if you do sell the Note 7, take video footage of benchmarks and everything you
yeah, I
want
will.
up. So that way when you sell it, you can just edit with the other Note in.
Course. I know.
A little behind the scenes tip for you guys.
Yeah, that's a YouTube tip for you.
Yeah.
what's your YouTube tip of the week since Austin
Ooh.
Evans and MKBHD put out videos
Yeah,
on
everyone's coming out with like
how to be a
how
YouTuber.
to
What's your thing?
just do it. No.
It is really just do it.
Honestly, the hardest thing about starting, even to this point where I'm at now, you know, Greg and I are starting to get where, you know, smaller companies and some bigger companies, like we're starting to get things sent to us. He's getting all these awesome cases and different accessories and some awesome stuff sent to him. I'm getting some, you know, good old Asian accessories sent to me. And that's fun. But the first 8 months of me doing this, I woke up, I looked around my room, and I'm like, I guess I could make a video on that. And so if you want to do this, I know the Paul Tech Guy, you're a content creator too. I'll check your channel out afterwards. I have no idea how many subscribers. I'd laugh if he had more.
He's watching us. No, he does. He
Yeah.
has more than both. He has more than you.
4K?
He's got 4,700.
You got those 4K videos? No, I'll have to check your channel out, man. So yeah, you just gotta find stuff and do it consistently. And Greg is very good at. I try to bust him out as fast as I can, but I'm tired. I'm tired. No.
No, yeah, I think the biggest thing is just put content out and be an expert in something. I got my growth from the NVIDIA Shield TV. It's a $300 box. You don't have to buy stuff all the time like the other guys. That actually does not help me grow. I want it to make me grow because I love getting these new phones all the time because it's exciting. But ultimately, I don't get a lot of growth from this stuff. I get a lot of growth from stuff that I repeatedly make videos on and show people how to do things. So that's how you're going to grow.
Yeah, and here's my biggest secret, guys. Like, I know all the time on, especially the past couple weeks, like on Instagram, I picked up an Osmo, picked up like OnePlus 3 a couple months ago, this Note 7, this new HP laptop. Most of the stuff I review, I just buy and I return it. And that may sound crappy, but like, if you want to make videos on the latest phones and the latest stuff, set a budget. So like I try to keep a budget of like $1,000 because that's around what most tech is under. And then I just like play this game of buy and return. Now be careful because some places have restocking fees. Some people get really stingy about it. So I'm not saying buy and return stuff, but
I'm saying that.
Yeah,
it's a good point.
I know
because it's this stuff's so expensive. I actually keep the stuff and then I usually sell it again so that I'll probably have this phone. I'd be surprised if I have it for more than 3 or 4 months. I'll probably sell it. Maybe I'll have it longer, but
and I want to be honest, like with people, because I know I look at all these big YouTubers and I'm like, how do they get all this stuff? And they're all at the point now where they are sent the stuff or they buy it and they keep it. Like my OnePlus 3 is genuinely mine. I just don't want to be fake. I don't want to act like I bought this Note 7 and I'm just returning it because I don't like it. No, I'm returning it because it costs $1,000 and and I can't fully spend that. This new Osmo camera, that's mine. But yeah, it's definitely return it before the 7th, the 14th. But yeah, guys, so if you want to get into this stuff, don't think that, you know, we're these stuck-up rich people who are buying all this stuff that we constantly like Greg said, we're either buying it. If we really, really like it, we genuinely keep it because the OnePlus 3, I was like, maybe I'll sell it. And then I'm like, no, this is my phone. And I know you said the same thing, but yeah, so I mean, we're humble people. We are humble. We love tech, and but yeah.
Awesome. Yeah,
I'll wrap it up.
We'll do more of that stuff where we give you guys tips if you're interested in it. It's interesting because I know I like hearing how other people got big or built their audience. So, guys, you do this every week. Don't forget to watch this every week. Thursday every week. How many times can I say every week?
We're getting consistent. Well, it's good because we're getting consistent. I think this is the second or third week we've done it on Thursday at 6
to 7 p.m.
my time.
And we usually do it anywhere between 30 minutes and an hour. It just depends how good the week of news was. So follow us both. If you guys want to watch us Follow us on Twitter as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. You have anything left?
That's it. Wrap it up.
We will see you guys down the road. Peace.
Stopping stream.